Hi Freunde, today we're going to talk about how to get the most out of the Nikon ZR. These are the following settings I would adjust before going to a shoot. This camera is mainly for video, but if you take photos, always use the best quality. Set photo quality to RAW plus JPEG fine. Image size stays at large, full resolution. File naming is very important. Change that to something unique to you, because if you have multiple people using the same camera, identical file names will cause problems in post-production. Next is video file type. Very important. You can choose H.265 10 bits N-Log for lighter files, or Red RAW R3D and E for maximum quality. If the project allows it, I always like to choose the highest quality, but do remember this takes up a lot of space. You'll see a warning message here, but you can ignore it. Next is resolution and frame rate. This camera's maximum is 6K at 60 frames per second. I usually shoot 6K at 25 frames per second or 50 frames per second. This you have to also choose depending on PAL or NTSC country. ISO sensitivity stays at base ISO 800. White balance I prefer to set manually. The Nikon ZR leans a bit towards green. I recommend adding a bit of magenta to counter it. The image looks much better this way. Trust me, and you can try it out yourself. Here I choose the Kelvin value and add +1 magenta. For focus mode I use AFF for video. Focus area stays on auto area AF, but depending on situation you might need to change. So in my case I assign a designated custom button for that. Subject detection setting stays as shown here. 32-bit float audio is always on. It gives me much more dynamic range. If you use a mic though, still set input sensitivity to save work in post. The info menu can be customized. This is also pretty useful. Custom controls are very important. This increases the efficiency quite a lot. I changed the top 3 buttons to white balance, focus area, and ISO. The zoom rocker stays on my side as zoom. I don't recommend to change it to power or high resolution zoom because I don't want to accidentally trigger high resolution zoom while recording. Control lock is very useful. I lock, for example, the shutter angle. This keeps the 180-degree shutter from changing. Autofocus speed stays between 3 and 5, depending on situation. Tracking sensitivity stays on high. This I change, otherwise the AF regs for my taste a bit too slow. Shutter mode is set to shutter angle. It keeps it at 180 degree. This way it stays correct when switching frame rates. View assist I have turned on so I don't see a gray image. For 3D LUT, I choose Rec 709. You can load custom LUTs as well, but I prefer the standard LUTs for exposure and color judgment. Frame guides are also good to have if you need them. For exposure, I prefer to use the waveform tool. For me till now, it has given me the best results and accurate results. Use the middle line, put your information there and just slightly above it, and that should be perfectly exposed. For monitor display modes, I keep it simple. Only one display mode is active. I don't want to switch accidentally. Recording frame indicator is very good. It clearly shows when the camera is recording. This avoids mistakes on set. Always format your memory cards before shooting. Format both cards. Set date and time correctly. This helps a lot in post-production. Monitor brightness stays on my side at 0. Increase it only if it's very bright outside. But what's important is to always trust the waveform rather than the screen. Rotate info display is useful for vertical video shoots. I keep it off for horizontal shoots though. Temperature cutoff stays on standard. Set it to high only for longer or demanding shoots. Self-portrait mode is turned off. This lets me use the front record button. HDMI settings matter for wireless transmitters. Some monitors have resolution limits. Set the correct output resolution here. You can also choose whether to show overlays or not. And that's it. Alright, hopefully this video has been helpful to you. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments below. Consider also to subscribe to see more awesome content like this. Bis zum nächsten Mal.